Okay, we have gone live. I'll just give it a minute. Make sure it catches up with us. All right, hello everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's see who is in the chat. We have a bunch of people in chat already, so hang on while I catch up with the hellos. Let's see, we have Emmy, Sarah, Melissa, Ambient Landscapes. Oh, you changed your name. Let's see. Naomi. Hi, Naomi. Dee, Debbie. Still scrolling. Sorry, guys. I don't want to miss anyone. And Debbie. Let's see. Evelyn, Renee. Let's see. Erica and Emma, or the Elmas, as I like to call. Let's see. Daylight 69. I hope I said that right. Well, hi, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a live buddy color. I have the awesome Debbie from ColourMeStressFree. I can't talk this morning. She's stress-free.
That's the start of a stream.
Clearly, I should have had more coffee. Hi, June, Andrea, and Nixie. Hello, everyone. And Catherine. Debbie, do you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and streamed, so it'll be nice catching up. Hope everyone's doing all right. Yeah, I've just realised that I've probably got, Corey, the loudest pencil sharpener in the world, so I'm going to have to lean it against the table so it's not making as much noise.
That's fine. I have my AF mat and rarely do I mute. I'm just like, oops, sorry guys. Here you are. But yeah, let's see. PetSmart. That's a cute name. PetSmart. Welcome. So yeah, we are coloring in, oh my gosh, it's all clipped, so it's not going to bend very well, but we are coloring in the Jasmine Becket-Griffith Halloween book. And we're both working on, what is this? It's just called Autumn. So, well, this works perfect.
It seemed quite fitting, didn't it?
It did. It's kind of got a Halloween-ish vibe, but it's definitely more autumn with all the cute pumpkins. And then she's got her little dragon. But yeah, we're both going to be just doing a buddy color, like doing our own style, our own thing. You guys are welcome to grab the same book if you have it and color with us. I'm using my Brutfuners squares because, well, B is for September. And then Debbie, what are you using, Debbie?
I will be using my Inktense to start off with. I might end up, if you've watched my channel for any time, you'll know that I dart between things, so I might end up using watercolour in the background. But again, the same as Corey, I have pulled out the Brutes because I recently got these and I love them, and it is thanks to Cora. So
yes, she's been enabled.
Yes, really nice and really affordable.
I know, it's so ridiculously cheap. You're like, this is wrong. I'm just waiting for them to hike the price and then be like, oh, there we go.
I know.
Let's see, we have a few people that came in also. Melissa G, I don't think I said hi to you. Let's see, Happily Handmade Delights, Joanna, Deb. Hi, Deb. If I miss anyone, guys, please don't ever take offense. It's just things move so quick. Sonia, hello, Sonia. All right, so we're just going to start coloring. The ultimate enabler. Yes. I don't enable, I enlighten. Let's get it right.
Oh, is that the new word we're using now?
I enlighten those. That's what I call it, so that no one's like, oh, it's enabled. Like, I enlightened you. That's how it's going to go down. But yeah, guys.
Corey, I've actually pulled up some pictures of leaves. So whereabouts are you working on?
I'm going to start with the pumpkins just because I already have my same pumpkin combo out.
See, I've not got anything. It's just I'm going with whatever. I've not planned anything here. So we'll see what happens.
If you guys aren't familiar with Debbie, you need to definitely subscribe to her channel. She's really good with the mixed media. Like, she's fearless. Anytime I see her do a background, I'm like, I don't have like the ability. I know I could do it, but she's like fearless. She just slaps down all sorts of things and it turns out awesome. Whereas I'm like, mine's going to look like my kid spilled paint on it.
It doesn't really. The way that I think of it is you can 95% of the time you can fix a mistake. I've got a video coming up actually of a page that I did a Hannah Cowles on one, and the background from the other side of the page spilt over and it just wrecked it terribly. And I've recorded the whole thing. I just need to sit down and do a voiceover and just explain how I've managed to save it. Because like I said, it can be saved most of the time, and depending on the paper. If you're using the Amazon printed paper, it might be a little bit harder. But if you're not using as much water as I do, then you should be okay. You should be okay.
Create Space does not forgive. Oh, we got some more people. Hi, Della and Kristen. And then let's see. I hope I didn't miss anyone. And then remember, if you have a question, please feel free to put it in caps. Ask twice. Emma is excellent at yelling at me. So if you have a question for me or Debbie, just holler at one of us. Sometimes I get like really caught up in the moment of coloring these pumpkins. And then I'm like, oh, right, chat. Hi. How's it going, guys?
Well,
Hi,
because
Evie.
I'm so unplanned, I am sitting here picking out the colours. So I do apologise.
Like, no, you're fine. Pick away. Like this morning, I sat here like trying to pick colors. So I was like, I am so not with it. I'm afraid I'll like have the wrong thing. But I already had these out from another pumpkin tutorial. So I'm like, hey, that's problem solved. But I'll be picking leaf colors and stuff too.
See, that's one thing I think I need to start doing, writing down my combos. And it would be interesting actually, all the colour tubers to like her combos and like what you're doing the pumpkins, what I'm doing the leaves. It'd be interesting, so we could all write them down or print them off as is it a PDF? Will it
like
be
a
PDF?
master sheet type thing?
Yeah.
The bajillion combos that we come up with.
Yeah, because I'm terrible for not writing them down, and then I think back and think, what did I use? Because that colour was fabulous, and then I just can't manage to do it again.
Yeah, I've been starting it. Like that was my goal this month, to start writing them down. And my first 2 pages this month I did, and then this last page I just finished, I did not. So don't even ask what colors were on that last page. Ambient has a question. Yes, I can post the colors I use after. I'll just keep them off to the side so I don't forget, but I'll do that.
See, there you go. That's my issue. I put them back in the pencil case straight away. Because I get stressed. Okay. I get stressed if they're all over my desk and they're not put back neatly. Look at this. If I look, I've only had these a couple of days, but the Brutfuners, they all have to be in order with the numbers facing up. Every single pencil case that I own looks like this. It makes me anxious when they're not like that, nice and organised.
I'm going to have to cave and buy a case for mine. I've been leaving them in the tin, but the tin is not faring well. Like every time I open it, I feel like the Hulk or something, because I can literally like tweak that tin. Like I open it and it goes, so I'm like, okay.
I don't know how you're managing. I think I messaged you the same day I got them. I said, I'm going to have to get a case, Cora. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered with all these trays everywhere.
But the problem is the case costs more than the pencil.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Let's see. Oh, hi, Beth. Welcome. Naomi keeps her pencils in a binder the same way with the names up. Yeah, most of mine are that way. It's just with these Brutfuners, I was like, okay, a case is costing more than my pencils. I don't know if I can justify that. So I do have one case. I think I'm going to combine some brands into it and then let the Brutfuners get in there.
Oh, I've done that with some of my sets. Some of the Holbeins, I've not got the full set of them. Excuse me. And I don't plan on buying any more of them. So there was like half of the pencil case not being used up. And I think I put some of the Spur Coloursoft in there and Spur Inktense. So it doesn't have to be a pencil case for each brand.
Oh, no.
It can be mixed up.
Yeah,
What would you do about all the other the pencils, what is it, 520 or 530?
Oh, those are staying in the box.
I was gonna say, how many pencil cases are you gonna have to buy for them?
I'm not. There's a case with 480 slots, but I'm just not doing it. Because I'm actually going to build a display case once my studio's done and put them on display, and it'll be just kind of a fun little art piece that I occasionally like do something with. I don't know. They're not bad.
You're going to make that?
Huh?
You're going to make it. You're going to do it.
Yeah, well, Lindsay the Frugal Crafter made one for her set, and it was actually really funny to watch and really cool what she made, so that's what I'm going to do.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Are you going to film it?
No. It's going to be a nightmare. No one needs to see that.
I do.
Oh, hi, Mary and Jamie and Christine and Shannon. Got a whole bunch of people coming in. Let's see. Naomi says, I've gotten all my pencil binders from Amazon, approximately $25 Canada, up to $200. Yeah, send me the link. I'd be curious on that one for sure. Oh, and hi, Joyce. Yeah,
Where else do we buy pencil cases from? I think Amazon's the only place, isn't it?
You can buy those cute ones that are custom on Etsy, but there's so many cases on Amazon that are like just hidden out there. I'll stumble across it by accident and I'm like, ooh, this is adorable. Like, don't go down the pencil case rabbit hole. That's all I gotta say. It gets scary.
Well, I was sort of talking about this in my last video about buying things when you first start colouring, and especially being on YouTube. I don't know about you, but I feel sometimes a little bit like under pressure sometimes to have like all the new things, and I'm going through all my things at the moment and rearranging them, and I've only got 18 books that I've not coloured in, which I think is pretty good considering how many I've got. But I'm stopping myself now from buying stuff that I won't use. I mean, for instance, them Brute pencils that I bought only last week, if I didn't like them, I would have sent them back.
Right.
I am trying my best not to buy anything and everything at the moment.
I'm trying, but I keep failing at that.
I can't say anything. I had 2 boots come in last week, but I've sort of, if I'm definitely going to colour in them, I'll keep them. And then the other stuff I'm either going to give away on a giveaway or take to a charity shop, or I've got 2 family members that are into art that I could pass it on to.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, hi, Tanya.
So let's activate this now.
Well, I'm going to go back to my old method of adding it all to my Amazon cart and then making it sit there for a few weeks so that, like, you know, you see the total and I only can check out once. So then I'll like remove things or like move it around.
There is one problem with that though. You will notice when they come down in price.
Yes.
Because I have done that plenty of times.
You're like, oh, well, it's on sale now. Yeah, I gotta buy it.
I have to buy it now. You have to. Trying to that light box, I've just literally bought a light box and I had to justify it to my husband. Well, it was £60 and it came down to 20, so I had to buy it. He's like, right, Debbie, okay.
Like, just let me be happy.
Yep.
Let's see, I saw some. Hi, Gwen. Welcome. And Lisa. I know, my husband's no longer asking. He's learned to just not ask. And half the time the boxes show up when he's on duty anyway, so it's out of sight, out of mind.
I know, well, that's what I hope for as well. If I see it turn up between 6 and 8 o'clock, I think, oh no, he's going to see it. He's going to see the front door. Let's hope he's upstairs in the shower and I can run to the door.
Like, don't worry about it. It was someone just ringing the doorbell. Oh, hi, Kirsty. Welcome. Yeah, that's what's funny though is...
Sorry, go on, Cara.
I was just going to say what's funny is my kids will just grab packages and assume they're always for me and just toss them in a pile. And I just like go into my office and there's a pile on my desk. I'm like, you know, this isn't always for me, children.
That happened to me. It was 2 weeks ago when I'd ordered Isabella a new backpack for school. And my son walked in and said, is this for you? I said, actually, this time it's not. It's for Isabel.
We're not selfish. We buy for others sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, Evelyn, thank you. You're so
Oh, that
sweet.
is lovely, Evelyn. Oh, that's lovely. So there you go. You can go shopping now for your pencil case.
Yep. Now I'll buy a Brutfuner case. Thank you, Evelyn. I know it's actually starting to get annoying though when they shove it all on my desk, because then I get overwhelmed because then I'm like, get this off of my workspace.
All the packaging I have to sort out.
Well, and then you gotta sit there and break up all the boxes. I made my son, that's his job. So now when Amazon guy shows up, he's just like, oh, because he's got to go take care of all the Amazon trash. Like, well, there you go, buddy.
We won't do him any harm having that job.
Let's see, Lisa, I'm in love with the watercolor cleaning mug. Oh, yes, oh my gosh, can't even think of the name of it right now. But yes, I know what you're talking about. That mug it's freaking heaven. It cleans your bristles so well.
I saw the picture. You should share it on the community tab, but I refused to go onto Amazon to look at it. I refused to. It was really good though.
It works really, really well. That's what's nuts about it. It's like, oh, it's so hard to resist. And I'm going to buy a second one eventually. But you know how normally you need a clean jar and then a dirty jar? Well,
yeah.
With this, the puck, it's like a cleaning puck at the bottom. You don't really have to worry about it. I can use that same jar and I can even dip it into my white watercolor and I don't have any contamination. It just cleans your brush really well. So it's kind of like, at first when I saw the price, I was like, oh, heck no. But no cup is worth that. And then I bought one finally because I got no self-control. And I used it and I'm like, oh, this is so great. So yeah, it's actually really, really cool.
Yeah, well, that one might have to go onto my list then, because it is annoying, isn't it, having so many jars out when you've already got all your paints out.
Oh yeah, well,
on
and
your desk.
You always have to change out the water. This one, I mean, I swatched a whole set and it was super muddy and gross, and I was still using it. It was great. I was like, this is awesome. Oh, we got some more people. Sonia, hello. Oh, you want to make pumpkin soup? Ooh, can you make me some? I've been down for pumpkin soup, actually.
I've never even heard that before. Pumpkin soup.
I would love it. In the fall, I try to integrate pumpkin into anything and everything humanly possible. My kids don't appreciate it though, but well, I cook, so there you go.
I was actually looking on Amazon for some pumpkin spice, like the latte, the coffee, but as a coffee mate flavour.
Oh,
I can't find one anywhere, just syrups, and because I'm on my diet at the minute, I can't have it. Yeah, that's fun.
Let's see. Oh, show the cup. I don't have it near me. It's literally all the way in the kitchen, but maybe I'll hang on. I got my handy dandy phone. I'll just text my husband to bring it to me. He's gonna be like, what the heck am I searching for? If he doesn't reply in a minute, I'll go run and get it. No biggie. I get my steps in, I guess, that way. Let's see. Oh, hi, Lisa.
Oh, it's looking beautiful, that pumpkin. I'm just looking over at the screen now. Here's me just basing it. I will go over the top and shade.
I've seen what you can do with ink tints, so I know what it's going to look like. It's going to be pretty. Pretty. Do I have an Amazon link for the cup? If you go to my community tab, I did post it because I was sharing a picture of it in my community tab because it was so, I was in love with that cup. I've never thought I'd be in love with a water freaking cup, but okay. It happens.
So Nick said, do they have this skinny food coat? I don't know. Is that a brand we get over here? And you can get sugar-free syrups, Emma.
Yeah.
So they weren't coming up on Amazon.
Maybe just type in the sugar-free ones.
Usually, I know they do. That takes the flavour away, though, doesn't it? Beside the point.
They use that. It's not like sugar. Well, it's sugarless, but they use that supplement usually.
I think it's sweeteners, isn't it? You can get little white tablets that you put in your cup of tea or coffee, and the sweeteners over here.
Yeah, I think it it would depend on the company, but everyone uses their own little artificial one. Oh, no worry, Gwen. I get called Lori a lot, believe it or not. See, hi, Ivy, or wait, Evie. I know how to say this. You told me last time. Let's see. Oh, sucrose. Let's see. Renee does one that's sugar-free with coconut sugar.
I have to be writing all this down. I'm gonna
take notes.
Yeah.
See, hi, Ruthie. Welcome. Yeah, because I know, like, I go and get my pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks, and they have the sugar-free option, but I don't know what's in that one. I don't ask. I'm just like, okay.
See, that was me 2 weeks ago, but not now. Not now. I need to lose about 2 stone. Not good.
I know what I need to lose, but then cookies just appear, and I'm like, well, tomorrow.
Mine's white chocolate. I love white chocolate and dark chocolate.
Oh, chocolate is my nemesis too. I'm really good about leaving the, like, not buying chocolate other than chocolate chips, and I won't eat those because, like, I just know they're for baking. But like, yeah, like my kids wanted s'mores all summer. I'm like, I can't have Hershey's just hanging out in here. I'll just eat them. Like, no.
Right. So activate this, and then I'll start on the other side because mine's looking quite compared to yours. Yours looks lovely.
It's gonna take me like 40 minutes to color pumpkins.
Right.
Although this paper takes the Brutfuners pretty well, actually. I'm pretty impressed.
Oh, I forgot. I like to put tape around the edges, especially on these Jasmine pages, because if I do end up using the watercolour in the background, on the trees and stuff, I don't want it going over. So some tape.
Which tape?
I forgot. I couldn't tell you. Again, it was off Amazon, so I would have to send you the link to pop in the description. But I have had a lot of issues with tape. A lot of issues. And the way of getting it off now, it doesn't matter what paper, is use a heat gun or a hairdryer.
Yeah, I use my heat tool.
Yeah, and heat the glue up and just carefully peel it off, because I was having so many issues. So I've got a drawer full of masking tape now that I have to get through.
I've been using washi tape, and then I heat it up to pull it off. But sometimes,
I think because I was using the watercolor paper, the washi tape wasn't doing the job very well.
Oh.
So that's why I've switched over to this.
Yeah, I've seen, like, I'll watch other like people doing watercolor art, and everyone uses a different tape. I'm like, so okay, there's clearly no universal option.
No.
Straight up preference. Oh my gosh, who's talking about cookie butter? No, bad. Bad. Hide the cookie butter. Oh, cookie butter is so good. So good, but so wrong.
Nixie, where is that at? For £6.49 for a litre bottle.
Oh, see, there you go.
That is a good price. A really good price. I think I paid almost £10 for a hazelnut one for my son, like a coffee mate, not the white powder that you just pop in the coffee.
Right.
Oh, this is where I have the issue, and especially with my long nails.
Yes, I do that, Sarah. I stick it to my shirt to get some lint on it, but still, a lot of time I have to heat it up to get it to pop off. But I also use my heat tool to break spines of books, so it's dual purpose.
How does it same way then?
It loosens the glue, yeah, so you can just start pulling them apart.
I'd never even thought of that. Good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna do a video. I'm trying to think of what book I want to demolish.
That is a really good idea. Right.
Let's see. Oh, Naomi's never heard of cookie butter. It is a spread, but literally it's just ground up cookies turned into a butter. Well, peanut butter-ish consistency, but I mean, whoever thought of that, my gosh, pure evil and genius all in one.
Yeah, if it's anything like peanut butter, yes, yummy.
Hi, Wen and Caitlin, welcome. I use that powdered peanut butter because it has the less fat and stuff, and it actually tastes better, which is weird. But the only problem is you have to sit there and mix it. I'm like, wait, no.
Nixie's just asked, is it like the Biscoff's bread? Now, I've only just recently tried one of them biscuits. So is it similar to that?
Yeah, it is. Cookie butter is usually made with the Biscoff. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Different brands like have different names. Although I did see an Oreo cookie butter, so that one probably not. But I mean, basically they're just blending up some cookies.
How is this for? I've just been sitting here saying I'm on my diet and we're talking about food and I'm reading about food.
You should probably not say you're on a diet.
I'm literally calorie counting. I've got apps on my phone and everything. I'm watching everything I'm eating and now we're talking about that.
Well, at least someone told you where to find some sugar-free pumpkin spice.
Good. That is good.
You've got that going for you. The rest
will be very happy.
Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Sophia.
So talking about autumn things, I need to collect some anything to do with autumn, like autumn leaves and conkers and stuff to send to my daughter's school. They've got like a little display for all the children to collect things, which I think is a really neat idea. So I'll be out tomorrow at the forest picking everything up off the floor.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah, it'll be nice knowing that it's for the school.
Oh, Nixie was saying that she's calorie counting too using NutriCheck.
Oh, what's the one that I use? It's literally just called Calorie Counter. Just Calorie Counter.
I have a Fitbit, so I use the Fitbit one. Of course, it's really depressing because it'll tell you like how many calories you have left, and after you binge eat some ice cream, there's not much left in there, unless you want to do like 50,000 steps. Like, I'm good. We'll just call this a wash.
Kirsty saying chocolate. Shh, 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 shh. Right. So I'm going to get the Brutfuners out now that I've put that base layer down and start doing some shading.
Okay, my husband clearly didn't get my text. I'm going to go grab my paint puck thing since you guys wanted to see it. I'll be right back.
I think if I had asked my husband to go and get something and him not knowing, he would have thought it was hilarious. Kirsty, you're doing the Slimming World, don't calorie count. I don't think I could stick to Slimming World, to be honest. I am switching over to the Brutfuners now. Most of these pencils aren't even sharpened yet, so I will apologise for the noise. Because when you first sharpen these, with them being square, it isn't very loud.
Okay.
All right. Did you find it?
Yes, I did. This is the infamous paint puck. I got the purple one because, well, why not? It's dirty right now, so there's like a ring of nastiness, but has this cool silicone bottom. Like, it literally will not slide anywhere. Let me pull it out. So this is the actual paint puck, and this is what cleans your bristles, and it fits, like the jar fits inside of it. Of course, now I'm not going to be able to get it in there. Whew, there we go. And then up top, it has these little brush holders. So you can put your brush here and let it drip dry into the well. You also have brush holders here. But yeah, these things are like amazing. Like, why can't I think of these cool inventions? So depressing.
So I thought at the top that it was just a small hole, but by the looks of it, it's quite a large hole, like similar size to this. So how does it actually work?
So basically, you obviously put water in it, but those little the knobbies at the bottom are what pull the paint off. They just help clean your brush really gently, and then you're good to go. And it's like I said, you can sit there with the muddiest, nastiest water, and your brush still comes out clean. It's like magic.
It reminds me of, have you seen the silicone to clean your makeup brushes off, and you stick them to the side of your sink. It looks very similar to that, but obviously in a container.
Oh yeah, and you can buy so you can buy the paint puck itself and put it in the bottom of the drawer. You don't have to buy like this contraption.
Yes, that is gonna have to get added to my list. I'm using an old gravy jar. How posh am I? Corey there.
Gravy jar is cool though.
If I put some stickers on it, it might be alright. Make it look pretty and put some glitter on it, it'll be alright.
Wait, did someone just say chocolate in mac and cheese? I just happened to look up and see that.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a thing?
I can honestly say that I've never tried that, and I've never even heard of that. I like them separate.
See, this paint puck jar was $32, but now it's like $28 on Amazon, so it went down. Of course, right after I buy it.
It's always the way that though, isn't it?
It was on my list forever because I was like, okay, lightning deal or coupon or something, and then ta-da! So yeah, I think it's 28 still, and you can get, there's 3 different sizes and 3 different colors: green, purple, and I think the other one's blue. Can't remember now. Yeah, Deb, exactly. You can't knock it over. Like my jars, I was always so worried about knocking over a jar, but this thing is not going anywhere. Like it won't even slide on my Tim Holtz mat. That's why I love it.
Wow. And that's glass.
Yeah, it's because the silicone bottom, it just sticks, but that's what makes it great, because then you can sit there and just swirl your brush around, clean it off, and you're not like, oops, there it goes, spilling everywhere.
I did say to Corey as well, just before we started streaming, that next doors let the dogs out. So if you do hear barking, it's not my two. It's the naughty ones next door that I always complain about.
Well, luckily on Sundays, I don't get the jets, but on every video of mine, right when I sit down to record, the jets are like, wee, let's fly over her house.
It is. It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like they got a beacon over there at the Air Force Base. Someone's recording. Let's go have some fun. Hi, Linda. Welcome.
I am terrible at keeping up with chat because I've not done this in such a long time, so I do apologise, everyone. And I'm trying to concentrate on this as well to get it right, and I'm listening to Corey.
It's a lot going on. That's why I always have the disclaimer. If I don't answer you, it's definitely not personal. I look down to color like the pumpkin, and then I'm like, where did chat go? Why? Wait.
Not at all. Well, me, I forgot what it's like. Yeah, definitely. I totally understand.
But if it's anytime there's a question that's missed, just put it in caps. You won't get like put on timeout or anything for spamming, because I'm literally telling you to do it. And then of course Emma yells at me. She's really good about it. So.
Oh, have you tried the OMS with these pencils?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Very, very good. Very good.
Is it?
Let me just get that page. It's literally right behind me to show you.
Yeah, because I'd be curious.
So,
my guys, all you are talking about food right now.
Oh no.
Debbie, don't look at chat.
I'm not doing it at the moment. Right, so this one that I only finished it last night. All of the purple is blended out with this, the Zest-It. Just on a teeny tiny paintbrush, and you just dab off the excess. And it's just so easy to do. And with the orange, I didn't use any of it, and you can see the lines where it's not been blended, but I purposely did that so everyone could see the difference.
Right.
It's so easy to do. Just make sure you've got a couple of layers down of the pencil, and then with that Zest-It or any other brand, doesn't have to be that brand, it's really, really easy.
I haven't even tried it with these ones yet.
Yeah, it's fun to it's sort of like gives it a watercolor effect if you're using watercolor pencils, that sort of thing.
Interesting. I'll have to give it a go and try it out. I do have Zest-It, and I've been meaning to. I'm so bad about it. I'll forget that I own Zest It, and then
what
I'll
is the other
find
one
it.
that you own?
What
is the other one that you own?
The other one, I'd have to look at what the other one is.
Because I've got
it
on
from
order.
Blick.
It might be this one, a Mona Lisa one.
No, it's not that one. It's one I found on Blick. I had to get my cart over 45 for free shipping, so I threw it in there.
Good idea.
And I was like, I don't even know what this brand is, but we're gonna try it. And I haven't tried it yet. It's still sitting there. But I got that free shipping, so let's see. Beth says coconut oil works well for oil-based pencils. I haven't tried that.
Oh, I haven't tried. I've tried baby oil.
Yeah, I have tried baby oil. Does the coconut oil dry? Like, or does it stay sticky and oily? Like,
because it can leave a residue on your page, can't it, with the baby oil, I've noticed.
Yeah, so I'm curious how it dries up.
Oh, I need a yellow.
That's usually why I use the ones that evaporate, just because I'm always worried about the residue.
I will say about these pencils, I use this one pencil for that picture that you just saw. This is a brand new one. I've used a lot of it in one page.
They whittle down quick because they're soft.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing
for the
hair.
Price,
yeah, exactly.
You cannot complain.
Let's see. She says it's creamy. It does dry if you don't use too much. Okay, I'll have to try that one. Oh, hi, Sonnet. Yeah, I'll have to test that out. I haven't tried coconut oil. I have done the baby oil, but I didn't like the residue. I forget where I had seen the baby oil one, but someone had posted a baby oil picture, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks really fun." But then it left a funky residue, so I was just like, I didn't want greasy paper.
Have you managed to sit down and do any more watercolouring since the last time I spoke to you? I know that you said that you wanted to get into it a little bit more.
I did watercolors for, oh my gosh, what box was it? One of my art subscription boxes. I did some watercolor, but I need to finish the rest of the prompts if I have time. This month is flying by. But no, not much lately. Now that I'm coaching my daughter's soccer team, like my whole Saturday, it's pretty much shot. So I'm like, ah. But it's okay. It ends at like the end of October, and then I'll have weekends. But there's like 2 practices a week in the evenings, and then we have the game Saturday. And then on top of that, my son is in soccer, so I still have to go to his practices and his games. Like, why did I volunteer for this? This was, not well thought out, but too late now.
It does take a long time, though, watercolouring, I think, especially if you're working in layers and you have to wait for it to dry. You have to have a good few hours. It's not like you can, like just with these pencils, you could walk away after half an hour because you won't really get much done. Well, I wouldn't with watercolour anyway.
Let's see. Oh, Kim was asking what watercolor pencils Debbie is using. She's using Inktense, actually.
Yep.
So it's not really watercolor. It's just water-soluble ink. Oh, thanks, Naomi. Yeah, that's what's fun about the buddy colors. We both start wherever we want to start, and we all have our own unique coloring styles and color it however we want. Nothing's planned other than we pick the same page.
That's it.
And actually, Debbie picked it, and I was like, "Ooh, I like that one."
Well, I've had this one on my list for the longest time purely because of that little dragon.
Oh, the little guy.
Yeah, so I'm dragon mad, and he's dead cute, and we'll have to name him. It's a boy.
Hi, Aisha, and the other Debbie. We have both Debbies here.
Yes, hello, Debbie.
It's always funny when they have multiples, because then you'll say something, and someone will be like, "Wait, what? No, the other one."
It's confusing, isn't it?
Well, we have the 2 Melissas in here, so I always just say the Melissa G or Melissa C.
So this will be interesting. I've not tried this before, but I've done that first layer of Inktense and then gone over with the Brut pencils to add a bit of shading. I've just gone over again with a bit of more Inktense on the yellow. I'm interested to see how this turns out. I hope it doesn't go funny over the oily pencils. We'll see.
We'll find out. You'll be the test subject. Linda, you want to subscribe to Debbie's channel? One of my mods will link her her channel. It's also in my description too, but they'll link it for you. Yes, definitely subscribe to Debbie, or as I like to say, ColourMeStressFree when we first started.
I know. It's meant to be a stressless name as well.
And I can't even say it right. Oh, both of them linked it. And look, Emma was faster. Sorry, Melissa. Good effort, Melissa.
So did you manage to catch my last video, Corey, that the bloopers?
Yeah, I watched it.
I think I watched that about 10 times, just the first 15 seconds, and my son was just taking the mickey out of me. You shouldn't have added that, he says. You shouldn't have added it. It's not even that funny, Mum. I was sat there laughing my head off.
I thought it was funny because then it just kind of shows, like, obviously no one does that in one take. And I like how you just like start looking off into the distance on one of them.
I was staring at the wall. As if it's like, oh, God, give me strength.
So that part made me like extra laugh because I was like, she's just staring off in the distance, like, I don't know what to say now. What do I want to color next? I've got like no plan.
Emma, you watched it as well. Thank you.
Yes, I thought it was adorable.
So it's worked. It's not too bad, but I've got a tiny bit of pill in there. So I think I left that long. That's 100% dry. So maybe I had too much water because the rest of it is absolutely fine. So I'm not going to mess with that area just there. I think that was my fault. It wasn't the pencils. Being water happy.
I mean, these ones might be slightly water soluble because, you know, budget pencils tend to sometimes move more than others, but it didn't seem like it spread too much.
No, it wasn't too bad. I can't check the back because I've sellotaped it down.
But at least they're single-sided. I mean, all that it would bleed through to is her description. Maybe I'll do her hair.
I would love to know if she's bringing another book out. You don't know by any chance, do you?
I don't. When was the last one printed? Because it's been a while.
18 months ago, 2 years ago. It was that Alice one. The Alice.
Oh, the Alice one is the most recent.
Yeah. And that was a little while ago now.
Let's see, what colors do I want to do next? It's funny because the leaves are her wings. So she's like Autumn Fairy. And I'm trying to think how I want to do them. Maybe I'll do just green and orange and just do that. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Let's just try this.
Well, the pumpkins, I think I might have to watch yours back and get the pencils.
It's like I did a tutorial. I think it comes out this week. And then I changed up a couple colors because I was like, I can't keep reusing these same ones over and over. But yeah, it's just what I got, like a red, 2 oranges, a yellow, and then 2 browns.
I have the same issue, but with skin though. Whenever I do skin, I always tend to use the same colours that work for me. Yeah. And I'm the one sat here saying, try something different, but for skin, because I'm not overly confident with skin. I really should try different combos.
It's one of those things, you're like, I can give advice, but I don't necessarily follow it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Branch
do
out.
As I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, bye, Nixie. Thanks for coming. Let's see. Lisa started a fall page in Epple's book last night with the colors. Ooh. Hi, Valerie. Welcome.
So I watched your tour video recently again.
Mine?
Yeah, yours. I was having a little nosy again. And I noticed your alcohol markers and your Copics. Now, do you use them all that often?
I have been, yeah. I just haven't used them or finished a page with them now that I think about it. I got a lot of whips though. But no, I plan to use them a bunch next month. And it's funny you brought that up because I literally just before this stream, I printed out a couple pages that I was going to tackle with my Copics. I was trying last month, I was focused on my Arteza markers that I bought. And then this month I was focused on my Blicks. So my Copics haven't gotten much love, but next month I'll be using my Copics a bunch.
I do believe that Arteza's come out with a new set. Is it the Everblend? The barrel is black, I think, instead of white.
Yeah, that's the new set I just started collecting. It's their brush nib version.
Yeah.
And I like them. I don't like how they're how you buy them though, because right now you have to buy them in sets and they duplicate and triplicate in some instances. So
why do they do that?
I don't know. And it's like I'm hoping they'll come out with one big set at the end like they did with their old Everblend set. But for now I'm kind of like, ugh. But I still bought them, so let's see. Oh, D has a question. Let me see. Let me scroll up. 1 sec. See, D asks, have you ever done skin tones that wasn't normal, like blue or green? Honestly, I haven't, but I want to.
I have. I've done a green, a purple, and I want to say blue.
A blue one?
Definitely a green and a purple one. Definitely, because I always use purple as the undertone. So I think that specific day, I just went a little bit over the top with the purple, and I just had to go with it.
You're like, well, we're committed.
Yeah. It turned out nice.
I want to, and then for some reason I keep going traditional anytime I see a portrait. I'm like, oh, she's just gonna have normal. But I would like to branch out and not be so afraid of that. So maybe I'll put that on my bucket list of things to tackle.
It's difficult just picking the right colours to go for, depending what you do first. I think maybe I could do her more like these colours, and then a splash of normal skin tone in there, maybe. That'd be quite fun, actually. Get a match in the dragon.
See, Kirsty says she finds green skin the easiest.
Yeah, I remember the picture that she's done, actually.
With green?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen people do a few, Debbie, the other Debbie in here, she did that one recently with gold.
Yes, that was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was crazy, and it's all gold, but like still has all sorts of definition. Like that was impressive.
I think she based it off. I think she was reading a book, and it was one of the characters out of the book. I can't remember the name of the character, but I think that's I remember her saying that.
Let's see. Monia Gates did a stunning blue gold. I love Monia's skin tone things, but when she pulls out 20 pencils, I faint. I can't do it.
I agree. And some people use like reds and greens as well in skin tone, and I can't get my head around that. How do you blend that in?
I think I've told you guys all this before. I tried one from Monia that started with a green base, and mine never stopped looking green. She just looked more and more alien. I was like, dang it. There was no saving that. And yeah. So I guess technically I have done an unusual one, but it was not on purpose. It was, yeah, I love watching her color, but man, when she pulls out 20 pencils, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, where do I start?
I'm just gonna watch in awe. But her work is insanely beautiful. I'm just wow. One day. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like to layer that much. So.
Oh, you're going with the greens. Very, very pretty. I
am gonna add some orange. I'm gonna do some orange on the edges, as the leaves are kind of changing and her leaf wings, I guess I should call them, but I'm going to try and add a little orange in there and just make it look like they're changing with the seasons. Yeah, Dee, that's my problem. It's just, it's difficult. But I still love watching her work. It's gorgeous.
I'll be honest, I haven't really been sitting here lately much watching a lot of videos. I really have. I went into a bit of a colouring slump. You must have gone in and out of one of them, Cora.
Yeah, I was actually just messaging Emma this morning that I'm in a coloring slump.
Yeah, and it's not nice.
It's rough. I'm just like, nothing sounds good. I don't want to color this. I'll start something and then I'm like, I don't want to finish this.
Well, my husband will say to me once we've sorted out her daughter for bed, he'll say, "What are you doing? Are you going over there tonight colouring?" Because where I colour is in the dining room. And as soon as I say, "Not tonight, I just fancy watching TV." "Well, why? You've got all that stuff over there. You need to use it." One night. Can I not just have one night? I don't fancy doing it. So I'll sit upstairs and watch TV.
That's funny.
It sounds like I'm complaining about him. He's really nice, and he puts up with a lot for me to basically take over the dining room when we've only got the front room and dining room. I'm not complaining about him, but sometimes I don't want to sit here and colour every night. I just want to sit and cabbage out on the sofa.
Yeah, you just kind of want to zone out and not pick up a pencil. That's why I think next month I'm going to do a little more marker, just because marker's faster, but it's just rewarding. You finish a page and you're like, oh, and you can layer it and still have fun. But yeah, lately I don't know. Nothing's calling to me right now.
Well, it has helped since I've gone through all of my books. And I've got that separate pile now of books that either I'm going to colour or I'm going to give away. It does help if you go through your stuff.
I've been doing that coloring book collection one, and I've just been separating it into parts and kind of like pointing out the books I haven't colored in. But I have all these pretty fall books that I want to color in, and I almost feel like I have too many to choose from, and that's what's slowing me down. It's like too many options. I'm like, oh, I want to color this. Oh, but I really would rather color this. And then an hour later, I'm like, okay, I'm getting nowhere.
Well, we're talking about the fall pages, but we're going to be at Christmas before you know it. Picking out all the Christmas pages. See, and that's where I'm not too bad. I've only got a very, very small handful of Christmas boots, and I will try my best. I'm going to say this now. I want to try my best not to buy anymore. Unless it's from like a really favourite artist of mine.
That's my problem. I don't have a ton of Christmas ones either because fall is my season. I love like winter and Christmas and stuff, but I don't have tons of Christmassy books because like I'll color a couple pine trees and one Santa and then I'm kind of over it and I'm like ready to move on. But I mean, just depends. Oh, hi Rita, welcome.
I prefer if it's a page that is just a normal page and you can turn it into a Christmas one if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'd be a lot more interested. Right.
Yeah,
so I can move over to the other side now. I've done a section.
Look at that.
I've done it.
Well, you're layering like multiple mediums over there. I'm doing this like plain Jane thing here with just one. Wait, where's the leaf end? Oh, right there.
See, I just get bored. I really, really do. Like that flower picture that I just showed you, that was just these pencils. And I worked on that for 3 nights solid. So I was over it. I needed something else. I
finished the double page spread in that book that took me almost all of August because I had to keep taking breaks. It's the page right after the one you just finished. I
remember it. It. Was it a blue background that you did? Like a navy blue?
Yeah. I finally finished that one and then I was like, oh, okay. And then for some reason, because I like the torture.
And then you started that massive Hannah Carlson one. So you were just torturing yourself.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, it'd be fun jumping from that to this. And then I got like into it and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? But I couldn't stop. I refused. I was like, I'm not going to have a whip. No, I refuse. And so I was just pushing through, and oh my gosh, that finally when I finished it, I was like, okay, I'm not coloring any more mushrooms for like a year.
I know when you sent me that picture of the whip, and I was thinking, how's she doing that, going from one like that to another? That's like 2 Kirby's in a row. No, too much.
I might as well have taken on a Kirby. I mean, apparently I was all about punishment that month, so I should have just been like, hey, look at this fun double-page Kirby spread. Let's go.
Do you know what I've been struggling with, though? I've been working on a ColourMeStressFree page now for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and as much as I love her books, it takes me so long to finish a page. I don't get bored, but because they're so intricate, I have to do it in little sections and then put it down. Which I feel terrible because they are nice.
Oh, Renee's working on the Facebook group page. It's taken her a year. I believe it. I sat down to do that page and I was like, oh my, this thing, why did we vote for this? But in all fairness, my daughter picks the pages and you all vote. So we all voted for our own torture on that one. So
is it right at the start of the month that you pick the page?
So like near the end of the month, I have her pick 5 books. She picks them. I have zero influence in this process. And then everyone votes on the book, and then she picks 5 pages from the winning book for everyone to vote on. It's kind of fun for her because then she feels like she's kind of part of it. And then it's also good because like I'm not influencing it at all, and I'm almost being forced to tackle things I probably wouldn't because, you know, she's doing the picking. And some of the ones she picks, I kind of crack up at because I was like, I would have never picked that, but all right, let's do this. So
that's a really good idea. Can I pinch that idea but get my husband to do it instead?
Yeah, do it. I want to see what your husband picks.
Hey, I'll film him. He won't be bothered. I'll film him and his reaction. He'll be picking all sorts up.
Oh, man. I don't know if my husband would have the patience to look through the books. He'd be like, I'm done.
No, he'll just look at the front cover.
Yeah, that would work. But is he going to pick the pages too to vote from?
I'll make sure he does.
It's kind of like a level of excitement, though. Usually, like, at the end of the month, I give her, you know, I tell her, go look at the bookcase and go pick books, and then I give her like a little sticky notes. I'm like, okay, go pick 5 pages from each one. And then she gets really excited because no matter what, she wins, like her stuff is picked, but it's fun for her so she can participate. So she's like my little assistant for the group buddy colors.
I do tell a lie. I've got a colour combination book. I can't remember the author and I won't be able to get it. But it's just a colour combination book of Prismacolor and Polychromos. And I did get him to pick a combination out once, and it was for the Pegasus double page spread by Kirby.
Oh,
and he picked these colours, and then I'd finished the page and showed him. He said, well, why is it red? I thought it was purple. and my answer was, have you gone colourblind overnight? That's the right colour. That's the right colour.
Oh,
so
what
we have
page
started on that.
Let's see. Who was asking what page? Oh, Rita. So the page is, it's not just in my Facebook group. So go to my community tab, and it's also on my Instagram, but it's from Clara Markova. Oh my God. Mine's not anywhere near me. It's sitting under a set of weights right now because I can't find my iron and I need to flatten it back out. So the most action my weights have got, they're flattening my Clara Markova page. I almost took a picture and shared it. Like, look, guys, workout. My Clara Markova book, but
that would have been funny to see, actually.
I might still. It's still weighting it down right now. Let's see. Kristen says, my husband would try to find an embarrassing page to color. Yes, Kristen actually works with my husband, so she knows him very well. And Kristen, yes, he would find pages that I would be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this.
I'm sure you would be able to, though.
Probably, but knowing him, he would find one that would make me very uncomfortable. Uncomfortable as possible. Hi, Gail. Oh, you don't have the book, Rita? That's okay. Every month, like I said, every month we vote on the book. So look out for it like the last week of the month for voting on the book and the page. And then you can always participate in that. Instead of just doing it through my Facebook group, I opened it up to everyone. So it's on my YouTube community tab, my Instagram, there's a hashtag for it. And then it's also on the Facebook group and my Discord. So anyone can share theirs because not everyone uses Facebook or Instagram. So I wanted to open it up so everyone had an option to participate.
How do you manage to keep up with all these different things? I always think that. Because I sometimes even struggle to sit down and reply to comments. And then you're here with all these different things. I'm like, how's she doing it?
Well, I have some very awesome moderators who help. So, like, I have Melissa G, who's helping in my Discord. And then I have 2 moderators in my Facebook group who have been really awesome helping out with that, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to answer all the questions or even approve memberships. People would be sitting there for weeks waiting for an answer, but my moderators are awesome about it, and even booting all the meanies. We don't get a lot of meanies, but sometimes we do. So
I think you get that everywhere though, don't you?
Oh yeah. Well, last week's stream, I had an awesome spam session of inappropriate links.
I've been getting a couple of comments like that on the video, and it looks like it's a generic channel, and they're trying to share whatever I won't say, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, they let those through, but then they'll block my comment on like someone's channel that's like not inappropriate. I'm like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? Doesn't make sense.
Like, so what did I say that flagged your algorithm, but this person did not? Erica, yeah, you missed the spam at last week's. Like, all of a sudden the chat just had like ding 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 ding. It was hilarious. But the lovely mods here, quashed that pretty quickly. It was funny though. Evelyn, yeah, I do have a Discord. I think the link is in my community tab. I didn't update it, so I turned it off on Nightbot, but I can send it to you later. Or I think some of my mods in here are in the Discord. They could grab the link too. Let's see. That took a long time to color one leaf. Leaf/wing.
I just find it a lot of things to keep up with, like different groups on Facebook, and then you've got Instagram to upload to, and then we've obviously got YouTube, which YouTube takes a massive chunk. I mean, you know just as well as me what it's like. Well, that's what I mean. I don't know how you manage it.
I just usually like make a point and sit down in the morning, and like I'll sit there and try to get to all the comments, and then I kind of just use my phone for a lot of it and do my best. But like I said, I've got really awesome mods that help out too, and then most of the people in all of my groups are really good about helping each other. So like they sit there and chat amongst one another, and it's just fun, like a little community running on its own. And I occasionally pop in. Sometimes I disappear for a week and I'm like, sorry guys, it's been so busy. But they're all very cool. For the Discord, I know it's in my community tab on YouTube, but let me, 1 second. Hang on, I'll just pull it up real quick.
So just while I'm doing this very, very quick, the Brutfuners do move around.
They do?
Yep. Yeah.
Kind of worried about that.
I've only popped a yellow Inktense right around the border there, and it's moving. It's not bad. I can cope with it, but it's just so everyone's aware that they do move around.
Okay, there's the Discord link, you guys. I am going to make a video for Discord if you're new to Discord. The reason I like the Discord better than Facebook is you post things in a Facebook group and it kind of just gets lost in a sea of images and messages, so not everyone gets seen. And I don't like the way Facebook does that, whereas in Discord, it's kind of more of like an interactive chat experience. I don't know, it's more personal, I feel. So that's one reason I really like it. Oh, thanks, Rita. You're so sweet. Yeah, Melissa G is really good at explaining. Melissa G is my super mod on Discord. Of course, she's gonna have a baby here soon. I'm like, what am I gonna do without her? But I guess, you know, she has a good excuse. Good excuse indeed. And she's very close. Oh, man.
Just trying to make sure that I'm colour matching the other side because they do look a bit different. You see?
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
One of them's a lot more orange than the other.
It says it's an invalid invite. It shouldn't be. Ooh, that just went right in my ear. Hang on, let me not let this expire. Let me try again. I don't know why. I literally just pulled it off of Discord.
So I think I'm going to use watercolour at in the background. I think.
What kind?
Probably. I've got my own palette here that I've made with all different watercolours. I've got some Paul Rubens in here, some Daniel Smith, and then I can't remember what this one was called.
I want Daniel Smith. My links in my description aren't working. Let me see.
White Knights, that's it. Sorry, White Knights.
Oh, how do you like the White Knights?
It's nice. It's nice.
The links in my description should be working. I just clicked on them. Wonder why it's given some of you an invalid, but others it's working. I'll tell you what, guys, I'll play around with it later and I'll make a community post for it and see what's up with that. But it should work. I don't know. Discord likes to be finicky, I guess.
Do they have to have the app already?
So you can just use the browser version. That's all I use. I have it on my phone too, but you just open it on the browser. You do have to create an account with Discord, but that still shouldn't say invalid. Usually it'll just prompt you to make an account. Oh, my Facebook one and Instagram. I'll have to look into that later. I'll check them out.
So I only ever thought Discord was used for gaming. Honestly, I didn't know that you could use it for anything.
You can use them for anything. I've got Discord groups for art stuff. I mean, a lot of the time, where I learned about it was gaming because that's where everyone does it. But now I've got art groups and all sorts of things on Discord. And then, you know, of course, there's the voice channels. So you can go hang out in the voice chat and makes it just things that Facebook can't offer. Plus, not everyone uses Facebook. Let's see. Oh, my Instagram in the description box goes to a weird page. Melissa C, can you message me on Instagram and remind me to check my links in my description? Because I will totally forget.
You have to write everything down, Cora.
I do. I need notes and reminders. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, wait, what is it? What was I supposed to do?
Hey, sometimes I do that when I'm walking upstairs. What did I come up here for? I forget.
That's the worst. Because then you make all that, like, you know, effort. For me, it's effort these days.
Yeah, effort with the steps.
Yeah, and then you're like, crap, I came up here for a reason. And then you're like, refuse to walk back down because you're like, no, I'm not doing this again. Why am I here?
And then you're standing there talking to yourself in your head, working out what it was. Or is that just me?
No, you're not alone. I'm usually talking to myself all the time. Like, mentally preparing myself. I mean, when I'm doing coloring pages, sometimes I'm talking through the color to myself and I'm like, if someone was watching this.
Yeah, I do that. This would look nice there, and if I switch this up and do this shade here.
Yeah. And then you're like, oops, I hope no one was around to watch that. I'm more like aware of it when I'm on, a video, but privately I do it all the time. I'll just be sitting there talking to myself, and it's usually like 6 a.m, so no one's awake, and I'm sure like my husband or kids have walked out in the morning and been like, oh my gosh, mom's lost it. She's finally gone cuckoo.
So, should I use a different orange? I'm thinking that I've lost a pencil here. I'm looking around and thinking, why is this side so orange? And I think I've misplaced the pencil.
Oh, did you use a different one?
I don't know. That's what I get for not writing it down.
Let's see, Evelyn. Evelyn has Post-it notes all over the house. I have tons of Post-it notes. I feel ya, woman. My kids keep taking them too, and I'm like, what are you doing with those? No, those are like my lifeline. Give me. Every day. Rita, your husband talks to himself while watching the TV. I think that's a man thing, especially while watching sports, man. They have like full-on conversations with a group of people watching sports when they're by themselves.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have that too.
I'm like, so what is it? Who are you talking to?
They can't hear you. Just going, go past, they can't hear you.
Yeah, that's the best. Run with it. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure the guy, like, on the side of the field, he can hear just fine. It's cool, but okay.
Yeah, he's going to play better, isn't he? Because he can hear you. He can hear you shouting at the TV.
Oh, it was so weird coaching soccer yesterday because I was like on the sidelines yelling, but I just met all those girls that day. So I was like, I didn't even know half their names. So I'm like sitting there like, oh crap, what's that girl's name to yell at to like get in her position?
Oh, that would be my worst nightmare.
It was, well, I literally took over last minute and I showed up to the game and they never brought me the gear bag, so I didn't have any spare gear. So luckily the other coach, funny enough, is my son's coach. He's coaching 3 different age groups. So he knew me and he gave me some gear to use because I was like, they never brought my gear. I have like nothing. But yeah, it's just like they kept crossing the line and I was like, what's that kid's name? I need her to get off that line. And I'm like, ah. So I basically had to just group them.
Did you not know the parents either, the mothers?
No, I met everyone at the game. Like,
wow.
Because originally she had a coach, and they should have been practicing for several weeks before the league started. The first game was last weekend, and it got rained out, and the coach never showed up to that game. He had texted the night before that he wouldn't be there. Luckily, it rained out, so I guess it wasn't a biggie, but he never hosted the practices. And so they finally had a practice, and he didn't go. He quit, and my husband took my daughter, and the league director was hosting the practice. And she was like, we need volunteers for coaching, and no parent there would volunteer. And she's like, okay, well, then the team's just going to have to be coachless, which means someone will just have to help out at the games and there won't be any practices. And I was like, dude, this is not what I paid for. And this is not a good experience for these kids. So I was like, okay, I'll volunteer. I'll coach. And they made it seem like they have all this training and they'll help you learn it. Cause I don't really know soccer other than if you don't have the ball, you don't let it get in your goal and vice versa. Like, that's the extent of my soccer knowledge. And yeah, she sent me this 75-page manual to read and then said to go watch YouTube. And I was like, So yeah, I showed up to that game, met the girls for the first time. And yeah, but it actually went better than I had planned. My neighbor, who plays a ton of soccer, he actually came and was like my little assistant coach. So it was really helpful because he's like, okay, put this girl on the front, put these in defense. So he was kind of helping me and then explaining some of the rules. Because like I said, I don't know anything other than protect the goal. So
you'll pick it up though, won't you, as you do it more?
Yeah.
But you're really brave to do that. Hats off to you.
Yeah, well, we have a practice Tuesday, so I can finally learn their names. So instead of being like, hey, you, number 9. Like,
it takes me a good few attempts to remember somebody's name. I know it sounds terrible, but I've always been that way. So that's why it's sort of like you're so brave for doing that.
Well, that's how I am, though. I am really bad at remembering names. So I've written all their jersey numbers next to their names on my roster. So now when I see the number at the next game, I can look real quick and be like, okay, this number is this. But yeah, they all showed up like 10 minutes before the game, so I didn't have time to write down numbers, and they didn't even have refs show to the game. I mean, it was a nightmare. I was like, what is this league doing?
Oh, God.
But it's interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, YouTube is not the best place to learn the rules because each league, based on the age group, has a different set of rules. So, like, I could watch YouTube for fundamentals, but they're not going to teach me the league rules because, like, the book she sent me was the league rules for my daughter's age group. And my son's coach who was there, he was like, oh, yeah, the rules are totally different for your son's age. So I'm like, what the? Okay. So... But I learned some positions and learned what offsides means because, you know, I'm used to like American football. I know what offsides is there, but I was like, what is this in soccer? How are you offsides? Like, how's this work?
I have no idea. Even though I listen to it at least once a week, I still have no idea. I sort of just zone out. And I know that the football's coming on. I think I might need to get a clean palette.
Yeah, well, because Caitlin, isn't soccer in the UK, isn't that what you guys call football? Or
yes.
Yeah. Yes. And then our football out here is just a bunch of really big guys and a bunch of gears slamming into each other.
See, he watches that as well, the American football, and it's usually on very, very late here. So he will stop up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what are you doing with the background?
I'm not sure, because, like, you know how it's got all these fluffy leaves? I might use some Neo colors to kind of get some base down and then kind of go over it later, or I don't know. Same thing with the grass. It's just very wide and open.
Well, that's what I was thinking with the Neo color. I was going to do that, but I think a couple of layers of watercolor, then maybe go over the top with pencil.
Yeah, because that's kind of my thing, is like a base coat of some sort. Because, I mean, the leaves are so fluffy. And then even the grass, like, it's just so open. It's like, there's just so many open spaces here, and I'm not doing this all in pencil.
No, it takes way too long.
5 years later, I finished the trees. Blending all that out. Ugh.
So I'm going to have to look quickly online for a reference at autumn trees, because I don't want to go with the normal green. So.
Oh yeah, I get some oranges and some pretty colors. Oh, thanks, Aisha.
Yeah,
let's see.
So
Caitlin was saying, striker scores goals, goalkeeper. I know what the goalkeeper does. I got that part. Defender. Yep, I knew the defender. Midfielder helps the striker. See, now we're just getting complicated.
See, you've lost me now. Yeah, completely. Yeah. You've lost me.
The second you added midfielder, I was like, well, and there it goes. Oh, Aisha says she loves what you're doing with your leaves too, Debbie.
Oh, thank you. I think I will have to leave them for now and then maybe come back, because I don't want that paper pilling on me again like it is doing there and there.
On the ones. I think on the top of mine, I'm going to do some glitter and then probably glossy accents so that they're shimmery of sorts.
Oh, I did find let me just find it now because I did put it back. But an alternate to the glossy accents. I probably won't be able to find it now that I want it. Oh, there it is. It is the glaze gel pen, but in white, and it comes out and it looks like glossy accents.
Oh, but, yeah, the Sakura.
Yeah, so the tip is really fine. So if you just wanted to do a tiny area, because I know that I have issues with the glossy accents lid. It gets all bunged up and I have to stick a pin in it. So that will come in really handy.
Yeah, I have the Sakura glaze one. I use it for little like eyeballs and stuff. And it worked really well. Oh, I did a Halloween page last year and I used it. But yeah, I've got a bunch of glittery Mod Podges and I want to use those on the wings, I think. Sparkle.
I've only tried the extreme glitter, but I do believe, is there a gold out and different colour glitter ones?
Oh, there's tons. So Evelyn knows this. So I had the extreme glitter one. And then I forget whose live stream we were in, but we were all chatting about it. And I was like, oh, Evelyn, have you seen this? And so she started looking and then she's like, there's mega glitter. And then it became a rabbit hole.
I was going to say, do I really want to know this after me asking this question?
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole of options. But I think it was just last month, Evelyn sent me the Mod Podge Mega Glitter, the one with gold. And then there's a holographic or hologram one she also sent me, and it's really pretty. I used it. Oh, the book's not next to me. I used it on a page, and the sparkle is insane. Like, wowza. But yeah, it was a dangerous rabbit hole.
I've only ever used it. I used it on a double page spread. It was that Pegasus page, actually. And I noticed, though, using it on a double page, they do stick together, even if it's completely dry. So maybe
really?
popping some grease poop. I mean, pulling it apart, it doesn't rip the paper, but it sort of sticks together even once it's completely dry. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but that's what happened to me.
Oh, hi, Rachel. Welcome. Let's see. Rita, can't you get the same effect just adding glitter to regular Mod Podge? Oh, yeah. You could totally do that. It's just laziness. Who wants to mix Mod Podge when you can just buy it already ready to go? But no, you totally could do that. Ooh, I like that. That would be pretty.
I think the issue that I'm going to have here is there's only a few markings of where the leaves are meant to be. So unless we individually put them in, I don't know. I think it's going to have to be a couple of layers. And then with an older brush, do like a stippling effect where I'm trying to get it smooth at the moment, but it doesn't matter. It's just the first layer.
It's a good thing you taped it down.
I've got this that I've not used in a long time. It's called a Wonder Brush, and that's meant to be good for them sort of textures. See? And it's a really stiff one. I might use that at some point. That's what happens when you walk around Hobbycraft on your own. You come out with all stuff that you don't even know how to use.
That's why I don't go into the craft stores anymore. Because I'm like, or we have a Blick store nearby, and I totally know that I could stop in there, but I'm afraid I would leave like thousands of dollars later, and so I don't do it.
I have technically been in one of them. Technically. My husband was in one and he FaceTimed me while he was in New York. Technically, I've been in one. I'm counting it.
That's awesome.
I said to him if I was in there, I wouldn't leave. It looks amazing.
Oh, it smells amazing. Like, you know how when you get new pencils that smell when you open the case? That's like how the store smells all the time.
Well, like, he wasn't really telling me much about the smell. He was just telling me how much I was spending. So I'll have to ask him when he's home.
Well, and what's cool is they have like spare pencils and paper, and they actually like encourage you to go around and like test them out. So like you can find which ones you like, how they feel. I mean, it's just all pure evil in that place. I mean, you're going to leave spending way more than you planned.
It seems like you have the craft stores over here. You've literally got like your hobby craft, which is there isn't a massive selection in there. And then your smaller ones, there's a shop called The Range over here that it does all sorts. You can buy all sorts in there, and I think that's really about it. We've got no real massive ones like what I've seen. I have seen videos of people walking around Blick, and it just looks amazing. I'm always jealous watching them videos.
Oh, let's see. Lisa asked if you and I have a particular brand of watercolor brush that we like.
I have the Billy Shorwell that I like, and what's the other one? This one's a cheaper one, the Aquafine de Lorena. I really like them ones.
Right now, I have a set of Transcend watercolor brushes that I actually really like because they hold a ton of water. However, I did just buy, oh my gosh, what is it? It was one Naomi recommended. It's going to be in my haul video, but I haven't tried it yet. It's one of the nicer ones that when you look at the price, you're like, oh.
That's the problem with watercolor brushes.
Yeah, so I'll have to let you know how I feel about that one, but I bought it. I just bought one to see if I liked it, but yeah, the sticker shock was rough. I was like, oh my.
What's your favourite aqua brush?
You mean just
for anything, anything and everything?
I like the Transcend ones, actually. I really like those ones. They hold a ton of water and they clean really well. They're like synthetic, or not synthetic, they're like a mix synthetic, but so far they've been my favorite. I don't know. I want to kind of try a few others though. Really depends. Let's see. Oh, hi, Celine. Let's just seeing what other messages I might have missed. Yes, Rita, it's good you don't live near a Blick. Like, it can get dangerous real fast. Oh, the Princeton Neptune, Kirsty, that's what it was that I ended up getting. I got one of the rounds. So yeah, I'll show that on my haul, and I plan to try it out. But Naomi, I think she's still here in the stream. She's the one that had recommended it. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'm good, Celine. How are you?
All these little itty bitty areas.
See, Della, I'm proud of myself. I went to Blick to buy the 100 light fast, but they didn't have them, and left with only a small set of acrylic paints. That is some serious self-control.
That is impressive. Very impressive.
I would have failed. I would have failed. I'd have been like, well, it's not here, and I already have the budget for something, so I might as well buy something.
Might as well pick something up, yeah.
I would have not left with it. Yep, I would have been bad. Oh, hi, Jasmine. I didn't see you come in.
Oh, I heard you talking about, was it a new storage system that you wanted to get? Are you going to get it? I can't remember the name.
Oh, the Dream Box?
That was the one.
Yeah, I think when we finish my studio, I'm going to get it. Most of the people I know who have one, like they've pointed out like, hey, make sure you get this and this, but everyone that has it is like happy that they have gotten it. I haven't heard anyone be like, I hate this thing. I mean, so it's just, I get a lot of like, you know, make sure you don't make this mistake when you buy it, or I wish I would have done this. But yeah, I think I'm going to get it because, I mean, it stores a ton of stuff, and then it would be nice because you can just close it up. So if people come over, it's not like just everywhere.
Like, yeah, so it looks a little bit more tidier, yeah.
Yeah, and they're good for small spaces, but also even like in your office, just keeps it neat and clean. But I've like watched tours of how people store their stuff in it, and it's just like, it's like magic.
See, I think I'm gonna have to get one of them bottles that you mentioned, because like I've been using the paints for what, 5 minutes, and I'm gonna have to change this soon.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about that paint puck cup, because like I literally had muddy water, but it just cleans right off, and I was swatching white paint with muddy water and you wouldn't have even noticed. So
yeah, that is really impressive. So I'm going to try a different brush now to do this stippling, but I don't want to use the heat gun because it's going to be too low, so I might have to leave it a couple of minutes. But it is a good job of taped it. Can you see it starting to
do you have one of these heated tools?
It's like, very, very similar. Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I've tried a hairdryer as well.
But yeah, the hairdryer will blow it because it blows, obviously. It's kind of its job, but the heat tool has been pretty nice. And that one, the Ranger one's really quiet. It's like if you're, recording, like right in people's ears.
I know. I'm just umming and ahhing. I'm sat here thinking, can I risk it? Can I risk it? I don't think I can. It's too wet. So I'll have to move on to the next bit and then come back to that. But I just use a plate sometimes. I've got this plate really, really cheap, and this is come in handy for this reason, not if I want to keep all the paints.
And then you just like mix on top of it. And
yeah.
So that's smart, because I hate like using, the palettes are great, but the problem is you have to clean out your palette. And I'm like, So I've got a little palette that I just put in the dishwasher after. I'm like, good to go.
So I'll use the Brutfuners again on the little guy, and I'll use the Zest It to blend it out, I think.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, see how we get on.
See how it looks all. Oh, hi Tina. When did you sneak in? You take a drink of water.
You might hear squealing because my daughter's back, so you might hear her.
Oh, you're fine. Let's see. Melissa needs to get another heated tool. Hers caught on fire.
Oh my god. That's terrifying. I'm going to think twice now about using one of them.
Yeah. Now I'm okay, unplugs heat tool. Yeah, Val, the reason I use the heat tool is just like a blow dryer, even on the low setting, it can move your watercolor. So if you have a lot, it'll actually like move it around the page. So the heat tool is just concentrated. But clearly they catch fire apparently. So
that's scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jasmine. That would be nuts. I don't know what I would do. My husband's a firefighter, and even I would be like, I don't know what to do with this thing on fire.
I can hear her going, hi there, hi there. The door's shut.
Does she like going on walks?
Oh, she loves them. She loves them. It's been out now for an hour and a half.
That's a good walk.
Oh, she's getting better at school. It's just the buzz in the morning. She doesn't like being took away. And it was literally like something out of a movie that very first day. Me standing in the rain, getting upset, tears down my face while the bus was driving off. Oh my god. It's not too bad now.
I was the opposite. I was like, they got on the bus and then I skipped my way to the door.
Oh, I did once I was in, and once I knew that you were all right, I did then. I was happy about it. But at the time.
Yeah, I was like, doo-doo-doo. And then I felt guilty for not feeling guilty. So I was like, wow, the mom guilt never stops, does it? We always got something to feel guilty about. It's wonderful.
So what colour are you going to do your dragon?
I don't know. I don't want to do like traditional, but I'm definitely she's going to have black hair, and I wanted her clothes, I think, purple. So I might do the dragon, maybe like a dark blue, or maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I have to break out non-Brutfuners. I want to do red. It's not my thing. I don't know. Maybe a dark blue will.
How are you finding yourself limiting yourself to each letter in the month?
It's actually killing me.
I was gonna say I don't think I could have managed that.
So the whole point of the tag is just to use them at least once, like you don't actually have to use them all month. But both months I've been kind of like really just focusing on those mediums. But next month, well, for one, the letter C, I have tons of mediums in the letter C, so I'm going to be pretty good there. But I think, I'll still break out. Like, I broke out my Prismas this morning, and I was just like, oh, you little gems, I missed you. Practically wanted to snuggle them on the couch.
Have you been having withdrawals?
I think so. And you know what? I think they missed me because they behaved. No breakage, nothing. They were just doing their job. But no, next month, I'm still going to use every medium at least once, because that's the whole point of the tag, is just break out those Bs and use them once. You don't have to use them all month. I just keep doing it because like I said, apparently I like to torture myself. But next month I'm not going to, because it's totally like, I think that's part of my reason my coloring mojo has taken a hit. Oh, and Deb thinks I'm suffering from Prisma withdrawal. I think so too. I miss those cute little smushers. You just do whatever you want with them.
I haven't used my Prismas in a little while now, to be honest. I think now that I've got these, I'll use these loads and then switch to something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily for the month for C and D, I have so many pencils in that category that, like, for B, I didn't have a ton of B pencils. So that one was kind of rough. But I mean, next month, I think I was telling you the list. I have quite a bit of the letter C. So I'm like, woohoo.
Yeah, you did. You sent them to me. What made you come up with the idea to do that each month?
Because I kept buying stuff and with the intention of using it. I really did. But it just sat there because I would constantly just go back to my Prismas because they're my babies. And I'd use them to swatch, color like one page with these new pencils and then forget about them. And so I was like, it'd be fun to just like reacquaint myself. And then also I had done a hair tutorial with like my Derwent Pro Color, which had literally sat in the tin since last December, I think.
Wow.
And I loved using them for hair. And so I was like, maybe I need to start, branching out and using these things, because all of a sudden now I'm like, I want to use those Pro Colors for hair only. Like anytime I use any other pencil for hair, I'm like, this isn't a Pro Color. Just doesn't work the same.
Are they really that good? I've never tried them. I always go back to the polychromos for her.
No, they're better than polys. Check out my one video where I use them.
No.
They layer and layer like on top of one another. You can make a bajillion strands as much as you want. Like it just never stops.
Wow. Honestly, I only ever use the polychromos for her. So that would be amazing, having a different. Saying that, I've not tried these. I haven't tried these.
Oh, thanks for coming, Naomi.
I think these might be all right.
So these for hair.
Oh, thank you, Deb.
For hair, these are okay, but they're so soft, they don't hold their point as long. So you do have to do a lot of sharpening. Like I did a purple hair not purple, blue, and I went through my blues pretty quick.
See, that's where I was surprised with them being oily pencils. I was thinking that they were more like polychromos, but they're really not.
Yeah, they're soft. Oh wait, Deb says Prisma color. She puts the little symbol there. Starts with C. I love it. We'll find creative ways to say Prisma
yeah, got
color.
A point. Got a point.
It's exactly. I love it. Let's see. Just seeing if I missed anything. Oh, yep. Deb loves your wings.
Thank you.
They are very pretty.
I was originally going to go for more of an orangey, but I think it'd look more a bit too, same.
Right.
So just go with the turquoise and maybe make her eyes match. Maybe.
Can't tell if this is her hair or a leaf. I don't know if you guys can hear the neighborhood kids screaming at the house next door. I got my windows open, so they're outside playing.
I'd rather hear kids than dogs barking. I really would. I really would.
Oh, hi, Amber. Welcome.
All right.
That's true. Our neighbor's dog likes to bark at 6 a.m. I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, I'm already awake at that hour, but still, it's like, this is a little early to allow this.
I just keep telling myself it won't be long, we'll be moving, it won't be long. But then again, the next house could be exactly the same or even worse. You don't know, do you? You can't buy an house as well because of the animals next door.
Just to like walk around and be like, so how are the dogs there?
Yep.
What do you think?
I'll be walking around there at night time, stalking it just in case.
Yes.
How many kids have they got? How many animals? What breeds? How old are they?
Do they bark a lot?
Yeah.
What's the training situation? Oh, Deb says we both have lovely manicures. You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you.
And hi, Heather. And viewers of you, it's Pam or Pamela, right? I always get it. I think I got it. Oh, and Shadow, hi. Yeah, when we bought this, there was no houses really built other than the one we bought and 2 others, so we couldn't really stock the neighborhood. Oh, Amy, when did you come in there? I missed you, Amy. Sorry. But yeah, we're kind of stuck with whoever buys the houses now as they build them up. So I'm like,
I can cope with the barking dogs. I think it's the owners that I have an issue with, because I've got 2 dogs myself, and as soon as they start barking, I'm out there. I'm running out there. Get in, because I don't want anybody to be complaining about me. But it's difficult with your neighbours, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, my dog doesn't bark. Huskies aren't barkers. She talks, but she's talking to you. Like, she's not sitting out there barking ever. And if she is, she's talking to someone, or she's like literally trying to tell me something. But or she howls.
Cute. I've seen the picture and the videos.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous.
She knows it too.
Oh, does she?
Yes, she's aware of her looks. Oh, hi, Stephanie. Oh, you just received your book, this Halloween book that we're using. Yeah, my dog is a diva. She goes to the groomer, walks out of the groomer like she owns the place, like she
wiggling a bum out.
Yeah, and just like, ugh, she knows she's pretty. Friggin' dog. I think she owns the place too. I'm like, I don't know where you got this impression, but no.
Did you spoil her as a puppy?
No, I didn't actually, because like
they have to be well trained, don't they?
Yeah,
at a young age.
Huskies, you got to give a lot of training to. Otherwise, they're very stubborn and smart, so they require a lot of training. And we followed all of it, but no, it's just their personalities. They're big divas. I mean, it's hilarious. Just watch on YouTube husky tantrums. Mine does it. I mean, I'm just rolling anytime she throws a tantrum, but she knows what the camera is. So anytime I break out a camera, she stops. So I'm like,
I have seen one specific video, and the owner's telling this dog off for doing, I'm not sure what it was doing, but the dog just looked at the owner and rolled its eyes. And it was caught on film. It was crazy.
Well, let's see. Rita and Evelyn have questions. Let me see. Rita has a question for you, Debbie. How do you not poke someone by accident? Have you ever? You must be so dainty and careful.
Well, when I got these done last week, I had to ask them to file down the very tips because they were sharp. But I'm 33 now. I've been wearing acrylic nails since I was 18, 19, so a lot of practice.
Let's see. And then Evelyn, do I like the Pro Color over the Light Fast? 2 different things. So I only like those Pro Color, honestly, for the hair. Like I said, they sat in the case since December because I was like, oh, what are these things? Coloring wise, with those Pro Colors, I would probably throw the tin across the room. But for hair, I'm like, in love. So if it's just general coloring, I want the Light Fast for sure. I love those Light Fast. They're creamy and beautiful.
So it might be worth with the Pro Color just picking some colours out for her maybe then.
Yeah. I would I mean, I've seen people color with them and they like them, but I did not. They're very hard and just But
that's the problem, isn't it? Everyone's got their own preference, and someone will say this is absolutely fantastic, and then you get it and you don't really like it too much. At least everyone's got their own opinion, haven't they?
Well, that's why I always say buy some open stock and play with them, and then you're only out a couple bucks versus like,
See, then I've got the issue of not having the collection.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a collection addiction. I say this all the time. If I bought open stock, then I'll have an extra pencil, so it wouldn't go in my pencil case, because you've seen how bad I am with pencil cases. So yeah, I can't do that. I know it sounds terrible.
I think just about everyone in this chat understands. So you're fine. Rita, those pointy nails scare me. Hi, Tina. I know she does have some pointy nails, but I've seen people with like nails that go like out to here with a point on them, and they type for a living, and I'm like, how do you do
I don't
that?
know why people do that, like literally like that. When I'm using my phone, I have to use like that bit of my fingers. I don't know how they do it.
I've seen those and I'm just like, okay, first of all, how did you not accidentally like gouge your eye out? You'd go to like just itch your eye and just out, but
honestly though, you do get used.
But typing, like I can't even type with these. Once these start to grow out a tiny bit, I'm just like, oh, too long. But yeah, I don't know how they type with those super long coffin nails, I think is the style. Yeah. And this one chick I know, she's like, oh no, I type like 100 something words a minute. I'm like, how though? But let's see. Oh, hi, Callie. Welcome. And Abby. Hey, Abby. Oh, Valerie was asking you what watercolor pencils you are using.
No, earlier on. I was using Inktense earlier on the base. And then these are not watercolour pencils, they're just the Brutfuners, but I'm using a Zestit to blend them out. So it sort of does look like watercolour.
Yeah. But I like how it blends them because it makes it all smooth.
It makes it super easy to do.
I'll have to try that with mine and test it out and see.
When you're doing it, just make sure you're wiping the excess off as you go in.
Okay.
Because you'll just move the pigment around too much.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you noticed a difference between paper, different types of papers or different books, or is it works?
Not yet. Yet.
Let's see. I think I need to bring this one down. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good, Abby. Well, you can lurk away. Let's see, Rita, I work in a kitchen, so mine are short. Oh, yeah. When I used to be a pastry chef, I could never have nails. It was kind of sad. I was like, aw. But then when I gave that up, I was like, hey, I can do nails. I didn't when my kids were super little, though, because I was always afraid I was going to, like, poke them because I'm really clumsy. So I would be the one.
I do have to be careful with that. We're lifting my daughter up. But I was getting the really nice clip-on, the stick ones that you do at home. And they're really pretty from Amazon, and I love them. But then I'd take her out of a chair, and one of them would ping off. Or I'd be out, and one of them would ping off. So it's either not having them at all or having these ones. Yeah, let's see how long they last anyway.
I mean, during COVID, when I couldn't get my nails done, I tried to do my own. That was not pretty.
What did you try?
let's see. Well, I just started with the basics, nail polish, and that didn't even work out. It just kept peeling off. So I was like, okay, or chipping. Like, you'd paint them and then an hour later chip one, and you're just like, I just spent all that time painting.
Exactly, no. Exactly, it's annoying.
And then I tried the self-dip acrylic ones, and those were okay, but like they were kind of just wonky. I don't know. And then I did try the stick-on ones where you cure them with the UV light so they stay on, and they were okay, and they lasted the longest, I would say. But and then I even got into gel polish and got my own UV light and everything, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much effort. And then finally they allowed the nail salon to open back up, and I was just like, whew, finally, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you buy yourself. You can't beat going to the professionals, can you?
No, you really can't.
No.
And like my my left hand would always look really good, and my right hand would look like awful. So it was like, oh. Let's see. Emma says, a proper manicure needs a good base coat. I used the base coat. I researched the heck out of it. I used a base coat, the nail polish, the top coat. Nothing was working. It was just, yeah.
It is frustrating though. You spend that money, you spend all that time doing them, and they don't turn out.
Well, the hardest part was I would spend all that time, and then I would just look down and one like chipped. Oh, Kim has a question. Hang on, let me go up. Let's see. Can you blend with either Vaseline or baby oil if you don't have Zest It? Depends on the pencil though.
Yeah. I don't think you get as much of a smooth effect, I don't think. And I think you'd have to be really careful with the baby oil.
I've never had good end results with baby oil. Like I said, it was just too much. I don't know. And it could have just been user error, but I've heard a lot of people with the same issue with the baby oil.
I can't remember where I first saw that. I saw somebody's video. It was somebody, like a really high up YouTuber. It was somebody's video that I saw it. And I was dead excited to try it. So I pitched the baby oil out of Isabel's room, trying it out, and I just made a mess.
I saw it on someone's channel too, and I was like, well, they know what they're doing. Yeah. And mine did not look like theirs. Who was it that did that? Now I'm trying to think.
I think it might have been, is it Kirsty Partridge?
Oh, it might have been. Yeah.
I'm sure it was like so many ways to blend out coloured pencil. And like I said, I got really excited about it. It worked for me. It didn't work.
You're like, oh. Yeah, I haven't ever had good luck. But I think it also depends on the pencil and the paper and all that. I like Zest It because it just evaporates. No nastiness.
I have got another one as well. Just 1 second.
Oh gosh, Jasmine got an infection. Ooh. Oh, Sarah Renee Clark did the video. And Christy, can't talk today. And Christy Partridge. Okay, so they both did it.
This is the other one that I use as well. And this says it's for oil colours, but it works exactly the same as the Zest It, in my opinion. There's not really much difference, and this is loads cheaper.
Does it smell as good as the Zest It though?
If anything, this has got less of an odour.
Oh, really?
That other one is really, really orangey to me, but I know that you can get a non-scented one of this one.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I've got that Mona Lisa one on the way that I'm dying to try.
That's the hardest part, is the smell. Some of those you're just like, oh.
Yeah, if you maybe put it in a little container and every time you're not using it, pop the lid on it, it's not too bad. I'm only using very little.
Have you used an alcohol blender pen for pencils, Emma? Like just straight up blending with alcohol marker? I have. It doesn't look pretty. If that's the question you were asking. It did not turn out lovely.
I've tried that as well. That didn't work for me either.
It was just a hot mess. It was soaking up the pigment. Nothing was really blending. It was just, yeah. It works with an Inktense, but not with pencil. Let's see. Didn't someone use the Derwent blender pen? I have never used the Derwent blender pen myself.
The blender pens are really nice, but
are they?
The issue, I haven't got them anymore because they all ran out. When you use the nib gets stained terribly, and as much as you can sit there and wipe it on clean paper, you can't really get that out, and they don't last very long, in my opinion.
They're small.
The pens, yeah, they don't last, but they are nice when you can get them to work, and you know they are nice.
Because I remember seeing them at the store once, and I was like, those things are awfully skinny. Like, there's not much in there.
Yeah, I think there was 2 different sizes. They come in a pack of 2, I believe.
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon still. So they still make them.
So yeah, they are nice. Just be warned, they don't last very long.
Emma uses the pale color. That's normally what I do for blending, is I'll use the lightest color to blend, or I use my favorite blender, the Caran d'Ache full blender. It's like heaven.
Yeah, you like this one, don't you?
I love
this one. See, I'm not that keen on this one. Don't treat me, don't come for me. I like the new Caran d'Ache one. It's in one of my other pencil cases, but it's got wood around it.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, they're everyone's in panic mode right now because they're getting rid of that 2-pack of the one that I just showed, and you showed, and you'll get one of those and one of the wood. So everyone's like buying the 2-packs, including myself, like crazy.
But this Derwent pencil as well is good for blending out, but it does pale your colours down. The white, the Chinese white, is really, really nice. It's nice for skin tones, this. Gives a really smooth finish. Really nice.
Emma has the Caran d'Ache one, but doesn't use them. And then she spams my name. Let's see. What are my hair colors? Well, they're just some random ones I pulled. But let's see. Number 28, that's the black. 73, which is that darkest gray they've got. 89, which is like their closest to indigo blue. And 87, which is just another dark blue of sorts. That's what I'd be using.
So they look like they work really nicely for her. You're still using the Brutes though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm using the Brutes. Like I have, hang on, let me see if I can grab it. Oh my gosh, it's across my desk. This could get ugly. Hopefully it doesn't spill. I am working on another Brutfuner hair tutorial, but I'm doing this purple one right now with the Brutfuners, and I have the blue one up on my channel. Lovely. But the only thing is they lose their point like super quick. So you do have to sharpen and sharpen and sharpen. So that's the only bummer. Yes, it's purple. In the community tab, I had everyone, because I had one more space for hair tutorial this month, and purple was the most popular. So doing purple. That's not too bad. Let's see, Debbie says she has the other Debbie, not the one on. Oh wait, we have 3 Debbies in here. I just realized.
Oh gosh, it is going to get confusing.
Yeah, so she says she has the Mona Lisa and it works fine.
Brilliant! I can't wait to try that out.
Let's see. Renee says that Caran d'Ache is phasing out the stick completely. See, and if they are phasing it out, I could get why they are, because it breaks a lot, but that's just wrong because I love it. And then let's see. I saw something else. Oh, Lisa, where do you buy Zest It? So in the US, there's a few places you can get it. Jerry's has it. Can't remember if Blick has Zest It. I think Blick does too, but I know Jerry's definitely does. And Cheap Joe's might too.
I just got mine off Amazon. Of course. Where else?
Yeah.
Where else?
Well, usually everything's on Amazon, but sometimes not so much. But I do know that a few US art suppliers have it. Oh, the Splendor blender. Are we talking about that? Because that thing is glorious. Oh my gosh. It may become my new favorite.
Oh, what's that?
So it's made by Lyra. I got it in some Happy Mail pencils, and I went to just use it because I've always been curious about it. It's a blender pencil, but it's beautiful. It's like smooth, and it doesn't manipulate your color too much. Kind of, you know how like the Prismacolor one really dulls out your color?
Yeah.
This one's nice. Yeah, I was really impressed.
Have you done a video about that yet? Because I've never heard of. Have you done a video about that yet?
Not yet, because I just did the swatching not too long ago, but I just love saying the name Splendor Blender. How could you not love that?
It sounds very interesting.
It's perfect marketing. They knew what they were doing. But no, it's actually a really good blender. I was having a little too much fun blending out my swatch charts when I swatched with it, but I'll definitely have to like do a comparison showing it, because that may end up replacing the Caran d'Ache for me if they are going to be turds and get rid of my favorite one.
Turds.
Yeah. I mean, I've got other words, but you know, YouTube. But
so is the center of that Caran d'Ache the one that you like? It's not the same as the center of the one that I like, is it? It's different.
I haven't tried the new one, so I'm not totally sure yet.
It's very similar in color.
But yeah, because I know they have that wood case one. I need to get my hands on it and check it out.
I tell a lie. I found one of them because I have got backups, so they are in different pencil cases. But they're your colours. That looks very similar to me.
Yeah, I wonder. Because I thought they were just like casing it in wood and getting rid of the full one. The reason I like the full though is because, like, you know, you don't have to sharpen it like crazy. I mean, this entire thing is a blender. It's just so cool. But yes, Heather, you can get the Splendor blender open stock. I love saying it. You can also buy it in 2-packs on Amazon. That is the best name ever for a blender.
I'm gonna have to have a look now. Curiosity's getting the better of me.
It's bad. Let's see. Lisa got 2 Splendors and haven't tried them. Lisa, break one out.
I've typed in Splendor blender and it's coming up with literal blenders.
Like
yeah. Food blenders.
It did that to me on Amazon. I had to actually put pencil at the end of it.
I'm not in the market for that. See, we're going back to food again.
Because it kept giving me actual blenders. I was like, that's not what I want. So yeah, apparently you have to put in pencil.
Is this the one? Oh.
Which one?
This one.
Yep, that's it. That's the Splendor blender.
Yeah. So delivery for Thursday, the 23rd. I've got to try them now.
I only enlightened. I did not enable.
You sharing? Are you sharing?
I enlighten only. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yes, it's from Lyra, Rita. You get one in the 36 count set, and apparently that you get 2 with a 72 count set, and I tried it when I did my swatching video, so if you go look at my swatching video you can see it.
Sorry for the noise.
Oh, you're fine. Caitlin has a question. Okay, one sec. Let me scroll. Where is the question? Oh, right there. Caitlin, would you get 520 Brutfuner or Lyra? Probably the Lyra ones, actually. The 520 is just just ridiculous.
I wouldn't know where to start with that amount of colours to choose from. I'd be so overwhelmed.
Well, and a lot are really close to one another. They're not they're not super bad quality, but they're not like the world's best pencil either. But You can't buy them open stock, but I guess if you run out of a color, you've got like 5 next to it that are similar. But yeah, I think I'd rather use the Lyra ones myself. Let's see. I was seeing if I missed anything. Evelyn says the Crayon Dash pencil blender is $11 on Amazon and $2.69 at Colt Pens. That's a big jump there. Holy moly. Let's see.
Just feel like I've not left this room and it's going dark. I'm literally sat here with a little lamp on.
Yeah, we can finish up soon because I know you gotta go eat and take care of the little.
Yeah, make sure everything's ready for school in the morning. Woohoo!
Yes. My son's out of quarantine, so he gets to go to school. Oh my god.
Oh, does he go back tomorrow?
Yes.
He sounds so pleased.
It's just, he's actually the easiest one probably to be in quarantine because he can, kind of entertain himself. But at the same time, he just thought it was like vacation. I was like, dude, you can still go outside and weed. Like, who are you going to infect? So yeah, he didn't appreciate that very much when he realized that there were still things he could do. I was like, you'll wear a mask in the house, walk straight out to the backyard and weed. And then everything else he had to do in his room. Like I brought him food and left it at the door. It was like a jail cell, just slide it through. And
it's difficult with all these rules now. I mean, gosh, the last term was lucky if they was in school solid for 2 or 3 weeks and then they were sent home because of this, that, and the other. It was just unbelievable. And our kids are meant to get into a routine.
Exactly. It screws them up. Well, and if he would have tested positive, he didn't, luckily, but if he would have, then his sisters would have all had to quarantine, and then he would have had to restart quarantine. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good. I think this is going to be the new way of life sort of thing now, isn't it?
For a little while, I guess. Although it's been like a year.
I've had 2 pencils snap so far, but that is totally me because I'm so heavy-handed.
Yeah, I do snap these ones on occasion, but they actually hold pretty well considering how soft they are and how mean I can be to them. So it's pretty nice. Oh, Kirsty's asking what's for tea.
What am I having for tea? I've not cooked anything today because obviously I've been streaming. I've got prawns, a little already made prawn thing that I just need to heat up for my tea. And even after eating that, I should have 173 calories left to burn today. I told you I'm counting everything. I've drunk nearly 5 pints of water today as well, so I'm doing well.
That's awesome. I hate when my Fitbit tells me, though, if I've gone over, because then I have to go for a walk. I'm like, fine.
See, when I turned that, I've got the Apple Watch and I turned that off. I couldn't be doing with it. Just reminding me that I was being lazy.
That's I was doing a hair tutorial video once and I sat for like 3 hours straight because I was like, I want this thing done. And then it kept buzzing at me and I'm like, I get it, but I'm working. I'm burning calories with all this wrist movement. But it apparently didn't agree. Oh, thanks, Debbie. The other Debbie. Debbie, we got 3 Debbies.
I'm going to be able to hopefully finish this little bit off, and then I will have to jump off, do the motherly duties.
Oh, that's fine. I'll have to. What'd you bring me, dear? Is that a frozen lemonade?
Oh, thank nice.
You. I asked for a frozen lemonade, and I got one.
I'm not jealous of anything. And even heard your straw then as well, so you even got a straw.
You the straw.
How bad is that I recognise the noise? That's going to McDonald's that too much and putting the straw in the drink.
Yeah, I got a strawberry one. Ooh.
I'll sit here and drink my water. Don't worry.
I don't even want to know what calories are in this. Aisha has a question. Hang on, sorry, I was slurping this. How am I getting the shine in her hair? It's actually just the light blue. Hang on, I'll do another one after I scooch my drink over. I was just very impressed that Debbie knows the sound of a straw. Oh, the talent this woman has. All right, I'll do this section down here. Oh, hi, Rebecca.
Open a Chinese takeaway up. I'll tell you exactly what you've got.
I'm going to record me opening Chinese and send it to you and be like, all right, let's go. Let's find out. Hilarious. Okay, so yeah, Aisha, what I'm doing is I got my black because that's the darkest color. That's her dress right there. Definitely don't want to color that. I should sharpen these, but and then I'm using kind of a dark gray-ish color. Now, I'm not going for like realistic hair on this one. I never do with hers or Hannah Lynn because that's just too much work.
Super duper pretty though, that.
Then I'm just using the dark blue and I kind of overlap my black. And let's get a little more dark blue in there. Maybe one day they'll release these with the translated names on them. And then, yeah, I'm just using this lightest blue and just kind of filling in the center. Like, if I was doing realistic hair, I would do a lot more to this process. But, yeah, I'm just kind of going for the cartoonish look, I guess. And then just darken it up with your darker colors till you feel like it's where you want it to be.
Have you ever left a little bit of the white of the paper showing through?
Doing it that way? But it bugs me. Like my OCD is like, it's not done. So I can't leave it that way. Can you hear the straw turning?
I certainly can.
Oh my gosh. Strawberry one's actually pretty good. I told my husband to not bring their lemonade. I have like a frozen lemonade like addiction right now. But this place he goes to, theirs is nasty. So I was like, don't bring me the lemon one. So he brought me strawberry. Jasmine, is that the new book I just did a flip through? No, this is the Halloween one. I got the mermaid one, but they all have the same paper. It's kind of a, gosh, how to describe this paper? It's not toothy. I mean, it's smooth, but it's still got, I don't know. It's a different paper.
It's nice to work on, isn't it? It's nice to work on.
It's nice, and it's, I mean, I've heard some people don't like the texture, but I do. I've had no problem with wax or oil on it.
There's one page that it wasn't this book, but it was another Jasmine book, and the amount of water that I put down, it was quite sad for the paper. But it took it extremely well. Extremely well. I've not really had issues. I haven't got really any finished ones in here. Not many anyways to show. But yeah, it takes the water really well if you're into watercolour.
Yeah, I've seen that some of the, you did a color along in one of her, was it one?
I did. It was one of the, it weren't this specific one. It was a different one, but I did. And I used a lot of watercolour on that, and I think I filmed that from start to finish.
Yeah, I think so. And that one looked pretty good with all that on there. I mean, the paper is thick. This is definitely not Create Space paper by any means. It's like worlds from it. Oh, I gotta sharpen that one. Let's see. Marilyn says, I scanned though and print the image. Her books are so cute. I don't want to color in them. I totally get that.
Yeah, there's a couple of pages I haven't done because they're just so lovely.
I know, they're too pretty, and I'm like, if I screw it up, it's gone forever. I might scan those ones and do those.
Well, I went to Florida. We're coming up to probably nearly 2 years ago. I almost, and I wasn't really into Jasmine Becket-Griffith at the time. And then when I was there with my son, next to I think it was the Haunted Mansion, there was a shop there, and it had all Jasmine Becket-Griffith like anything you can think of, like mugs and pictures and all sorts that you could buy. And I'm kicking myself now that I didn't buy anything.
Oh man,
there's just all sorts there.
I looked
think
up
she goes there.
Well, I looked up her artwork once because I was like, "Oh, I wonder how much an original would be," and then I saw the price. It's like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll color her pages.
Yeah, a little bit expensive. I have got her the artwork book, and they're really nice. So if you want to use them as a color reference.
Oh.
But I just like sitting there and reading about them. It's a really good book.
Well, and then all her books have like the info on the other side.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
Telling you what it is. Like this one was an acrylic painting, and it's cool because she gives you kind of like some history about it, like where it was displayed, what she did it for.
I think she sometimes goes live on Twitch. I do believe. Does she?
I'll have to look.
I do believe.
Let's see. Oh, no problem, Emma. Thanks so much for being here, and have fun at the birthday party. Yeah, her stuff is pricey, Marilyn. Like I said, I looked it up because I was like, I could totally like have my art room have like a piece of her art on the wall, and then I saw it and I was like, no, I'm good. I'll admire from my computer screen. No, she's very talented, and I just love like the big eyes. I love her style.
Yeah, the doll eyes.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I love the way that she does the tears in the eyes.
Oh yeah, very creative. I just like when artists have their own little fun, quirky, unique style,
Yeah.
Oh, Evelyn wants a frozen lemonade. Let's see. Miss Sweet's crafting therapy. She's going live today. Wait, Jasmine Becket-Griffith is going live today at 3 p.m. Eastern.
I knew that. I'd read it somewhere that she did do live.
Oh, I'll have to take a look-see.
I'm pretty sure it is on Twitch.
Yeah.
But again, I thought that was a gaming thing.
Let's see. Her Patreon has... Oh, Marilyn says her Patreon has coloring pages you can't get in the books. I haven't joined her Patreon yet. I
think I'm going to have to probably leave it there because I've got so much to do.
Oh, you're fine.
And still feed myself.
Feed yourself, get the kids ready for school tomorrow.
Exactly. I've got shirts that need ironing still.
Oh, I don't iron.
No ironing. I only iron the my son's shirts. That's it. I refuse to do anything else. Unless I really have to. No problem, Kirsty. I know it's late for all you guys. It's like noon here. Like my day's only halfway over. But I really, really appreciate you having me. It's been really fun. No problem. Thanks for joining me. And I love your picture. You're going to have to share the color combo for your dragon because a few people want to see that. Well, I'm going to have to find this missing pencil because it looks too red on this side. So I literally have got a missing pencil. It's going to be on the floor or something somewhere. But they look different. Hey. Well, I'll figure it out. So thank you everyone as well for joining us. Yeah, today thank you guys. Tonight for me. Yeah. So have a good evening, day, morning, whatever. But thank you everyone so much for coming and hanging out. And a special thank you to Debbie for joining me. You're welcome. And thank you for having me again. Of course. All right, guys. Everyone have a good rest of their weekend. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.